Kate, Scott, and Brock. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And it's their fifth-year quarterback leading the charge.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Here's a give inside to right, and he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Motioning one of the tight ends. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
So no return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 34. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They'll throw on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. An 8-yard gain, but still left with 4th and a bunch. So the Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit for a try here. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
from the 38. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Throwing off the play fake here. He completes it in traffic. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send a tight end in motion. 2nd and 1. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Right, running out of the gun. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled by Rook Orororo. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Looking for a throw here. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Will Reichert now to try the field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Dolphins and their running back about to get back to work. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The Texans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
This throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll throw it. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it, And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Dolphins back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To throw it on first down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins tie things 10-10. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Sims now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Pass play on 1st and 10. Cut out left. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Running right. Here's Wright. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play action on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the 1st down marker. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Michael Dixon on the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. And they'll have to go just about every bit of 100 yards to reach the end zone. That punt sets them up at their own 2. They'll run here on 1st down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards. Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
1 quarter done, 3 to go in this battle of elite teams. It's 10-all on the scoreboard. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They're throwing it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I'm sorry, kid. I'm trying to remember a time that we saw a lead change on a safety. It's been a while. And that effort defensively nearly got it done. So close to the goal line with that sack.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And his first effort, a tough one. It's going to come from the back of his own end zone. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Texans football. Throwing it to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And they make this stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 37-yard line.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
The Texans set to punt. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Dolphins.
Setting up a throw. Complete over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
They go play action on 1st. It is caught left side. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Plowing up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go play action here. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Finds his man over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 2nd and 3 now. From the 21. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll be first down, Miami. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back now, pressure on its way. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7.
Texans 10.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Out now come the Texans on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. Hauled in left side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Finds him over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A tight end in motion now. On 1st down, they'll run. And they bring him down around the 34. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 8. Short pass caught by his tight end. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. Back to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up. Will Reichert now to try the field goal. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw left side, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11.
Texans 13.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Texans going on offense now just before halftime. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Airing it out to start this drive. Over the middle, Harrison's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout coming from... That's their first. Throwing now on first down. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd and 10 now. That one's complete, right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Running right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Final timeout called by the Texans. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. 1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. 2nd and 1. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. He'll throw it. Escapes this, but he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. That brings us to the break. The visiting gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Second and 13. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. He's dropping back to throw. It is caught left side. And he's brought down for a loss. On now comes their punter. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact... Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Andrew Cooper there to make the stop. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Running behind center with right. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Andrew Cooper there to make the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing off the play fake here. Cut out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Dolphins get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Setting up the screen. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins push their lead to 18.
Texans 13.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return starts at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Now a run with right. And this one does not go far. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to the air here. That's caught for the 1st. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. All right, set now. 1st and 10.
14 yards. That's good for the Texans. 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, second and very long. Gets this one to Harrison. And that will not be enough for a first down. And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this third down.
And 7.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They have themselves another first and 10.
17 yards. That's good for the Texans. First down.
He'll throw it yet again. Hits his running back. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They send a tight end in motion. From the 23. Has it at the 7. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
18. That's another Houston Texans. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the red zone now. The back's got it. Touchdown, Houston. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans make it an 11-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Dolphins are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, they're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Caught on the comeback route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Blown back gets the handoff. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Milton Williams making the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush down out to his left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most. And we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. Throwing it to start this drive. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Second and 6 coming up here. Throwing now from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's third down now.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Tight end in motion right. Still sticking with the passing game. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again following the sack. He's got Harrison. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Let's see what they went with on third down. He'll throw it. Continuing to move past the 45. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Desperation time here on fourth. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenged him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
A give now from the gun. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Has the connection to right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Right, reels it in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Yards on the play. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Able to find right. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
at their 49-yard line.
They motion a receiver left. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Throwing it again here. Gets this one to Harrison. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st down from the red zone. And in for the Houston touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans get it back to a 14-point game. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Dolphins get on that football. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Give now to the running back. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. So even after 7 yards, still playing from behind, 3rd and 11. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Dolphins close to another step towards perfection, 15-0. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Another carry for him. And this one doesn't go far. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Punting unit out now. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Escapes out to the left. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 4. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Kate, to get a sack in a down and distance like that tells me that's one connected defense, a front and secondary that plays to one another, understands one another, and even in a 3rd and short situation could get home for a sack.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Final timeout called by the Texans. To throw it on 1st down. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Taken in by Harrison. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Dolphins, your winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.
down.